from Michael's, and this was way harder to find than I thought it was gonna be because they actually ended up making a journaling section that they moved all of the things from the scrapbooking, paper crafting area and also the fine art area into this one little section, and I totally missed it, so I spent way too long frantically searching through both of those areas and not just looking for the journal aisle. But I ended up finding a woman that could help me, and she was super sweet and helped me find it. She was like, I don't know if we have it, she's like, I feel like we do, for the individual Tombow brush pens, and she was able to find them. So shout out to her because she's the real MVP of today. I couldn't find them. I picked up the black notebook because they were sadly out of the gray one for the dotted paper. They had the lines and the grids, but I really, really wanted to get the ones with the dots so it wasn't super noticeable. It's okay though because black is kind of my aesthetic, so it works. And then I think I might get some sticker letters or some gold foil, maybe once I finally get the Cricut Maker, and just put 2018 on the front of it. We shall see. And then these were the colors of the brush pens that I got. I got a black, a dark gray, a deep plum color, and then a yellow gold for highlighting and whatnot. And then this one is the, I never know. Oh, we've got a friend coming to visit. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Probably not. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Mom's trying to focus and she can't. Excuse you, sir. Anyway, this is a stad letter, not quite sure what it's called, but it's this really pretty, it said it was a very strange color. It said it was something like red. It was some red color, but it's definitely like a mauve purpley color. Somebody came and just like decided to lay down. But I tested it out. This is really adorable. I do have the Micron pens, but I figured, oops, sorry, I just hit you guys. I do have the Micron pens, and I figured this would be good for just like colored writing. These were only $1.99, so I kind of want to go back and get some more. I almost did buy a whole bunch, but you know, we're trying. So these just have the marker on one side and then the brush on the other. And I'm really excited to test these out now. So I'm gonna go and see if I can make semi-attractive lettering that doesn't look like lumpy potatoes. What's up, guys? I wanted to get on here and say happy 2018. I hope everybody had an awesome and fun night last night. They stayed safe, didn't drink too much, you know, the works. But I rang in the new year with my fellas and some wine, so it was pretty perfect, if I do say so myself. Anyway, it's a little late, it's already noon, but I am heading up to Hobby Lobby because they have some fine liner pens that I have been doing all of that research that I was doing yesterday for bullet journaling and kind of hand lettering. And it turns out that whilst I love those paintbrushes or the brush pens that I got from Tombow, Tombow also makes a like calligraphy pen, which is good for smaller dates, and I want to use that in my bullet journal. Sorry, I'm blowing up. But I'm gonna go up to Hobby Lobby because I actually have it the cheapest. I think they were $10 at Michael's yesterday, and Hobby Lobby has them for like $5 and then a 40% off coupon. So if you're looking for, I don't want to say them because I don't know, it starts with an F, I don't know how to pronounce it. So I will let you guys know once I have them in my hands. They come in a pack of 2, one's a hard tip, one's a soft tip, and hopefully those work because I really want to set up my bullet journal today. Being that, you know, new year, fresh start, all of that jazz. So I'm gonna go get up to there, find it, and hopefully bring it back and not have the complications that I had yesterday where I couldn't find anything. But I'll check in with you guys a little bit later, let you know how the bullet journal is coming along. Real talk, this is probably going to be where I am for the rest of the day. Got my heated blanket, got some snacks, some tea. We are set to go. A little friend down there who really wants my snacks. I am working on some iPhone templates for some of my conversation activities. I did get my 2 pens. I found out that they are called the Tombow Foodnoski pens, I think. I think that's how you say it, don't quote me. And I've just kind of been testing them out. On here, some things there. My hands are still super shaky. So far I feel like I like the hard tip better, which I feel like most people said they like the soft tip, but maybe I just have really hard pressure in general, because I feel like the soft tip just like goes everywhere and I can't get a light enough touch without my lines getting super shaky. But I'm really excited because I'm going to work on some school stuff and then I'm going to work on my bullet journal. I got these pens essentially for the months and the titles of the journal because the paint pens are, I guess, too thick. I can only draw really big with those. I can't get that small without it looking all blended and blotched. So these looked like they were the best bet as far as it goes for just like titling and like the months and any type of quotes that I want to do where I want it to be calligraphy style, because I have the micron pens for just regular writing. So I'm excited to see how these work. I'm going to practice with them a little bit more before I put them in the bullet journal because, as you can see, my handwriting is still super shaky. So hopefully I can improve upon that. But I kind of feel like for starting yesterday, I don't hate it, which 100% these pens have made it so much easier. Because I've practiced before with just like the Crayola washable thick markers and whatnot, and my goodness, it never looks good. So I don't think that I'm as talented as it looks like I am. I think it's mostly just the pens. So it feels really strange to be back here, and everything seems very barren, but we are back at school. Our first day back was actually yesterday, but I had two trainings that ended up being the entire day, essentially. They both ran longer than I thought they were going to, but they were both really informative, so it was a bonus. The first one was on setting up thresholds for related services, and just basically what that means is OT, PT, and well, OT and PT can only be related services in our county. I'm not sure if that's like that everywhere. I learned yesterday that it's not the same everywhere for a lot of things. So for our county that we're in, OT and PT can only be a related service, and speech can either be a related service or a primary standalone service. And we were kind of trying to figure out what would determine whether or not services were required, or specifically for speech, what would determine if it was a primary disability or a related service to another disability. And there was a lot of good conversation, and it turns out that in the state of Virginia, like the state level kind of delegates it to all of the county levels to make up their own, I guess, rules and procedures on the matter, which I didn't know. I figured that we would always have to default to what the state guidelines were, but apparently not. They let the local counties establish the guidelines. So every county can have different procedures and protocol and ways that they go about it. So it varies between district to district or county to county. So interesting to know. Our afternoon meeting was about trauma training, and we kind of dove into instances of trauma, what trauma really was, how trauma might manifest in a school setting, and how to help students who have suffered from trauma. It's really sad to say, but that is a large portion of our population here where I work. I know myself, as well as probably the rest of the staff, could think offhand of at least 3 or 4 kids in their class that had signs and symptoms of trauma, or they knew that things were going on that would be considered trauma in their personal lives. So it was a really excellent training. I feel like it's helped a lot to kind of give us guidance on where to go and how to handle some of the behaviors that stem as a result of the trauma. A lot of times you kind of get wrapped up, in the behavior itself, and it's just really important to remember to disengage and kind of not get into that battle back and forth for power. She had a lot of really great things to say, and I was super thankful that it was a really beneficial meeting. I came away with a lot of information that I could kind of apply to my speech sessions. Not that I have too many outbursts, but a lot of times the child throughout the day, if they're having a tough day, a lot of times they're not available for speech because they are, you know, receiving disciplinary action for their behaviors earlier, and it kind of just, it stinks because it takes away from the time that they would be allowed in speech, but 9 times out of 10 they're either meeting with the principal to kind of discuss their behavior, or they're still in an escalated state and it's not safe to bring them from the cool down room that they're in. So it's a shame, but hopefully all of this training and all of these extra tips and suggestions can go a long way to helping kind of interact with kids before they get to that breaking point, so that this way we have less outbursts and physical aggression, and hopefully we can get the kiddos back on track. So that was that, but that's essentially why I wasn't around yesterday. And then today I've just really been working on kind of getting some things together for tomorrow. I'm trying to ease the kids back into the routine of school. I know none of them are going to be happy. Here is what I've got planned for tomorrow, and probably, honestly, leaking into next week, because some of these can carry over. But we are going to talk about New Year and goals and goal setting and all of that. My teacher paper has seen better days, but it's okay. We'll make it work. Anyway, I just made this up really quick, and you actually cut up the sides. I think I saw something like this on Pinterest a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a Christmas list, though. I don't remember. But I thought it was really cute because you can get multiple goals, so that you can have up to 4 goals, and then it's not too much to do, because a lot of times when my kids see a lot of space on paper, they're not into it. So this is, I made an example where they just flip up the flap, and mind my terrible drawings. It says read more books, pet more animals, smile more, and be more organized. And then my older kids can write something, and then my younger kids can just draw the pictures. But I thought this would be really cute, going back and kind of just easing back into the school day and the workload. And then we can also talk about what goals are, and then we can write some of their goals up there. And then for my articulation kids, we are going to do the snowball smash. I still have to laminate these because I was just printing them out. I don't have my laminator at work. But it is just a snowball Play-Doh game for my older kids, because they do love to play with Play-Doh. But basically they can all read, so I'm going to have them kind of go through and pick out which ones that they're going to give me sentences for, and then they can put a little ball of Play-Doh and then squish it down on all of their snowballs that they've correctly said their sounds for. First person to get rid of their snowballs wins. Or cover up all of their snowballs, I guess. We're not really getting rid of them. But I thought that was really cute. These will be up in my TPT store. I just have to do a couple of edits. Some of my words are kind of off-center, like tire. It's really annoying me. So it's fine for me, but I want to fix it for you guys. And then this will actually be a freebie in my store. You guys can just download if anybody else wants to use it. Although by the time this vlog goes live, we're probably going to be well past the New Year goal setting portion of back to school. But this is what I've got going so far. I am working on another interactive PDF. The first one I have, it's all done and ready to be posted, but I wanted to see if making a smaller file will make the transitions quicker, and we'll just check that out and see if that works a little bit better. But I do still have to link all of those, but I'm probably going to use that with some of my more severe kids tomorrow. But that's what I've got for now. Hey guys, I wanted to pop on here and say I hope you are staying warm. It is freezing outside. We actually ended up with a 2-hour delay today and tomorrow, they called it for. But with the wind chill advisory, they may just cancel school. It's still up in the air. This is not my weather. I'm just gonna say that. But it's been pretty crazy though, because with the 2-hour delay, the schedules get shifted, and it turns out that I'm only getting to see one group of friends today, which is super disappointing, but it is what it is. Everybody else either has specials or lunch or their recess during their time slots because everything got pushed around. But we're gonna make the best of it and kind of go forward. The group that I have today is an articulation group, so what I did, I'll flip you around just to show you because I did not laminate my Snowball Smash cards last night. I didn't have any laminating sheets with me. I left them all at work, so that wasn't really smart on my part. But I'm going to flip you around because I did just put them in some page protectors, so I'll let you know how it's going to work. Okay, so I just put them in these page slides. It'll work for now, and then I've got some Play-Doh. What they're going to do is they're going to say the word that has their sound in it, and probably for this group I'm going to have them make a sentence using the word. For some of my younger kids I might just have them say it 3 times, but these are my older kids and they're pretty good with their sounds, so we are up to the sentence level. Gonna have them say a sentence, and then I'm going to give them a little ball of Play-Doh and they can put it on the word that they said and then smash it down and cover it up. And then as many as they get done, whoever has the most is the winner, and then these just peel off. So it's a really cute way. If you don't want to invest in laminating sheets, I highly suggest these. I think I got these ones from the dollar store, but I also have a bunch that you can order off of like the school supply websites. They come in handy so many times. They have saved my life a million times when I just don't have any laminating sheets, or I forgot to laminate, or the laminator's not working, or sometimes even when I've laminated at school and I've used a school laminator and it's not as good and it's kind of ruined my paperwork. So these are a lifesaver. After my one and only group today, I have a eligibility meeting, but we're gonna go there, kind of discuss our little friend to see if they are in fact eligible for special education services. Not quite sure what the decision will be, but I'm glad that we get it in today because, like I said, with these 2-hour delays, it kind of messes everything up. I do have a reevaluation tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I think, which is like I just skate in on a 2-hour delay because instruction starts at 11. But if we do have a snow day, I'm going to have to figure out a way to reschedule it soon enough before it expires. I thought by doing it this week we'd have enough time, but I guess not because Mother Nature had other plans. Let me know what it's like by you guys. I know that like the whole eastern area is getting slammed. I think I've heard even Florida, northern Florida is supposed to get snow. We're not actually getting snow where I am, but the temperatures are going to be incredibly cold. And not gonna lie, that's why I moved away from New York, was to get away from the cold weather. And it does not seem that I have gone far enough south. Although I'm not sure where else I could go if Florida's getting snow. So, we will see. Hopefully it's not too bad, and hopefully the kids don't have to stand out in like the sub-zero temperatures at the bus stop. That's our main concern, is just that how cold it is. A lot of our students walk to school, and a lot of our students don't have appropriate winter attire, whether or not it's that they don't have it, or whether or not it's that they just don't want to wear it. This remains to be seen, but regardless, we do have a lot of kids in like shorts and t-shirts and things, so it's really not kosher to be outside in that kind of weather. I was outside without gloves and my hands stung really badly, so not about that life. I'm all about staying warm, but I will check in with you guys a little later. So I wanted to check in because the schedule changed yet again. The session with my kiddos went awesome. They really like Play-Doh. I don't know why I don't incorporate more Play-Doh into therapy. Probably because it ends up in the rug a lot and it dries out really quick, but they really like the Play-Doh. And everybody was on like their best behavior. And I know there's that honeymoon period when you come back, but I'm really hoping that all of the kids kind of keep it together. A lot of them were saying like, new year, new me. So I'm really hoping that they follow through with it, and they all seem to be really happy, well rested from break. A lot of kids had a very good Christmas. Sorry I'm out of breath, I was just running up and down the stairs. I'm out of shape. And they all had a really great Christmas. They were telling me about their presents that they got. Kind of a bummer that I only got to see the one group today. But hopefully tomorrow. I did just get a phone call from the people that I was supposed to go to the meeting with. I guess there was some sort of mix-up with the times and everything. It says 2 o'clock on all of the paperwork, and they weren't aware that I guess it was really 1:15. So they had called me and told me that I didn't have to come because there was another SLP there that was coincidentally there for a different meeting, but I guess that meeting wasn't happening, so she was already there, and she could give the reading or the results from my evaluation based on my report there. Not quite sure what happened with that, honestly, but it is what it is. Now that I do not have to jet over there, I am going to clean up a little bit and shred all of the reports that I had printed out to bring with me, and do some extra work on the new iPad that my friend was kind enough to swap with me. But it is giving me some difficulty. So hopefully I can get that fixed. If not, I just have to bring it home and do it, the iPad setup on my Wi-Fi system, because the Wi-Fi here for some reason doesn't allow for software updates or to link your Gmail account. So if I can't get it worked out, I'll just bring it home. I'm also going to bring everything home with me tonight, just in case we don't have school tomorrow, and then I can kind of just set up shop all day tomorrow and just crank out work and hopefully get a bunch of stuff listed for TPT, because I have a lot of stuff. I just have to like make it look pretty so people want to buy it. And I'm kind of falling behind on that, so I do want to get that done. But if we do not end up having school tomorrow because of the crazy wind chill advisory that is in effect until noon, then I can just kind of hunker down and just crank all of that kind of stuff out and just get it all done tomorrow, and then I have the weekend to kind of regroup in other areas of my life. So I will keep you guys updated on how far I get with that iPad. Good news is that when I tested it yesterday on my other friend's iPad, the dimensions are correct for that generation iPad, and I'm fairly certain that the iPads don't change too much. I haven't seen the new ones, honestly, so the iPad Pro might be bigger or have different dimensions, but for most of the iPads I think it'll fit the ratio that I have it at, so I might go back and redo the other one that I originally made and fit those aspect ratios. I also might end up having to break it up. I really wanted to do the 4 different ones that I had, but it just lags so much, and this one has 2 and it didn't lag nearly as much. Like when you were scrolling through it, it did lag a little bit, but not nearly as bad as it did with the 4. And I don't understand, because the file doesn't seem that large. I've definitely seen interactive PDFs with like way more than 100 pages, and I'm assuming those work. I've never tried them, so maybe I should get one and try it, but the file for the original one is astronomical as well. It won't even upload. I think it's greater than like the 15 megabytes that you're allowed to upload in Gmail with the attachments. So it has to upload it to the drive. Even when I compress it, it still only compresses a little bit. It's still too large. So I'm probably going to see if I can work on that tomorrow / this weekend, because I really do want to get that up, but I don't want to be like soaking up people's memory or their computer space, and I also don't want people to have issues with downloading it. I'm kind of concerned that that might be a problem since it's such a big file. So we'll see if there's anything that I can do to kind of tweak that. Maybe changing some things around will help, make it less link heavy, or if I have to, I will just cut it down to 2 different activities, and I'll just make 3 interactive PDFs rather than so far just 2. We will see. Not quite sure. Basically, I have no idea what's going on, but I'll let you guys know and I'll keep you updated.